Hi everyone, Joe here and welcome to another video. Today we are continuing my series of reviewing my journey, and today Past Joe got some bad news, which is going to be a fun one to review, I'm sure. If you remember the last video that we looked at, I had just received good news. No, the treatment was working and my thyroglobulin was down to 53. It was really exciting because we started off at 353 and now we're down to 53 and everything was working. The radioactive iodine was fantastic. It was working, we were good, we were happy about it, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, judging by the title of this video, shit's gone sideways, likely means we didn't stay particularly up high and jolly for long. And I say that it's been ages since I made one of them. I think it's only 4 months. I think it was 4 months, which is ages in the world of YouTube, I guess. Yeah, I guess it is. For someone who now vlogs a lot more frequently, because there's a lot more stuff going on, I would say, yeah, it really does. Now, I guess let's get into it. One thing I'm going to mention, by the way, my beard colour. I forgot to mention this in the vlog that went up. My beard colour, you might notice it's coming through black, and you might also notice, you see it, I've got roots coming through where my hair is regrown normally after finishing the cabozantinib. It's all grown through pretty much its old colour, but the beard's coming through black, not ginger, so fun times ahead. Who knows what colour that's going to be, speaking of ginger beards. And red noses as well. I feel like my skin's a lot clearer than it used to be, which is good. So maybe it was a thyroid problem. Oh no, this is pre-chemotherapy. Chemotherapy sorted my skin out a lot. I mean, I do have a spot on it today, but either way, let's see what Joe has to say from the past. What's up guys, Joe here. I haven't done one of these for freaking ages. In fact, the last time I did one, I was talking about how my treatment was working, and as you may be able to guess by the title of this video, which should, hopefully, if I've future me's paid attention to what I'm doing now, should be called Shit's Gone Sideways. Because, to be honest, it has, big time. So, I guess I can bring you guys up to speed where we are. So, last time I said everything's going well, blood markers are looking good. That's my thyroglobulin markers were down to 53. They were at 383 when they first started, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I found a lump, didn't I? So I guess this is one. An apology if you're only finding out now and I haven't told you in person or spoken to you individually. Yeah, I am sorry about that. I am really bad. I am much better. I think I'm much better at communicating with everyone now. I think the fact that I'm doing the videos more frequently means that people often find out that way. Also, I make sure that I go around friends and family and tell them beforehand. Which means if you haven't heard from me, you haven't made the cut. It's close friends and family, because it's exhausting talking about it over and over again when you've got to tell people. So I have to kind of limit my exposure quite a bit. Otherwise, I can burn myself out talking about it, and then I just don't talk to people. So it's quite important that I do that. Now, oh god, why did I pause it there? Is this going to be the thumbnail? This going to be the thumbnail? Yeah, probably. I keep looking off to the side because I've got this little light, a desk light. I keep looking at it instead of the camera, so I'm going to hide it so that I make sure I do look in the right place. I can't tell everybody individually. I wish I could. I can't keep track. A lot of stress flying around. But no, I found this lump here. This lump. This fucking lump. Now this lump, interestingly, we're going to follow the mouse cursor here. You see it there. That actually extended out over here, down here, up, all the way up to behind my ear. It was absolutely freaking huge. It was actually about 5 centimeters across at the base, down here, which is one of the reasons why my neck is still so scalloped over on this side. Can you see that? That is thyroid cancer. and I found out 2 days before my last treatment, which was at the very beginning of June. So here we are, end of July, and we have a bit of a treatment plan going forward. I'm going in for surgery on the 17th of August, and they're going to be removing this. And they also found a little fleck, I guess I call it a fleck, 6mm across in my thyroid bed as well. I don't know what they're doing about that, or apart from they're not chopping it out. I wish they would. But it's still there, and it's 2.5 centimeters across. So I wish they'd removed it then and at the time. I was like, why are you not going in there to get rid of it? They're not. They're hoping that the radioactive iodine treatment's going to take care of it. So, blood markers. They're back up to over 600. So that's 12 times as high as they were. I don't think it's exponential, if you were to plot it on a graph like this. So it's not exactly an exact science, which is cancer all over. But what it does mean is that my, well, I'm losing. Also, the stuff in my lungs has grown as well, which is pretty shit. Now, it may seem like I seem pretty upbeat, and people... I bet I'm not. I can guarantee you I'm not. At this point, it's the looking back, and it's the I better look upbeat. We're not. We're definitely not. We've, in the space of 4 months, had suddenly, I mean, what is that? 12 times more cancer than we thought we had. So that's after having radioactive iodine treatment as well. So at this point I'm pretty fucked, and I'm probably unwilling to admit it because they're talking about surgery still. And normally surgery is still like a, well, we can still cut as much out as we can and go from there. Let's see what I've got to say. People with cancer can be upbeat. Mine's a really solid act, and I'll be very honest with everyone here. I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm scared, I'm fucking tired, really fucking tired, all the time, and that's because of stress, not sleeping, and the heat in the UK at the moment doesn't help. It's about 32 degrees. I haven't had rain for weeks. Like, we're at the point where I feel like I might keel over and die from that instead. So I'm not out, I'm not done. They're not counting down the days or anything like that. The prognosis is still supposed to be quite good. According to facts and figures, depending on where you look, if I was over 50, my survival chances would be like 50%. Because I'm under 50, I'm about 90% still for my 5-year survival rate. Well, I was diagnosed almost 2 years ago now, so... Well, I made it past 5 years. So... that's good. I mean, I made it past 6 years. That was pretty good. It's weird looking back at it. You know, I'm looking at facts and figures, and I'm trying to justify where I am. And I still do it now. And I still look at facts and figures, and I realise how every average has got one thing out there, over there, miles away, and one over there in the other direction as well. And I'm that guy who's out there in that weird direction. Weird. I think I was living with it a lot longer than that as well, so that's kind of how the stuff in my lungs grew in the first place. Which means, in my head, I'm already ahead of the game. But yeah, next steps. Surgery, more radioactive iodine treatment, which is odd because it was working and then suddenly it wasn't. So it leaves us all in this, when I say us all, so myself, my wife Kim, my parents, are very much left kind of wondering what on earth we do now and what happens. We're just believing the doctors. And yeah, today when they said they were going to leave some in there, even though they know it's there, is a bit weird, even though they're hoping that it's going to be okay. I've got to wait and see what happens, really. But I have a plan, and I have a plan. I've gone and signed up for one of these ultra white collar boxing matches. Oh god, this did not go well as a plan. The plan did not go well. So, oh god, I'm going to explain it, and I sound like an absolute knob, right? And I'm annoyed with myself for doing it, and I wish I'd been able to take part in it, and I really wish that obviously cancer hadn't got to where it is now. But yeah, the plan didn't happen.
Now, all money raised goes to cancer research, and I feel like that might be quite a smart move for me to help keep me kind of focused and keep me physically fit, because it's something to refocus on. Because at the moment, I don't really feel like going to the gym, I don't feel like working out, I don't feel like training unless I have a reason, and this will become my reason. I did my first gym training session yesterday. That was absolutely freaking awesome. It was great to be back in the gym, and actually I don't feel too bad today. Also, Kim and I have sorted out our nutrition. We're using Huel. No promos, no sponsorships, no tie-ins, nothing like that here. This is a channel with like 100 subscribers. No one cares. But it's the idea being is that we've been really bad with food, and we've both been essentially feeding each other like this. And what we've discovered is that we struggle. And at the moment, it's so hot, you don't want to cook. You don't want to cook. What if there's an easier solution? Say, for example, you're literally having a milkshake, and it has. And this is not like a, oh, is that like Slim Fast then? It's not. And it's not like just protein shakes either. It contains all minerals, vitamins, a good concentration of carbs, protein, fats, everything, and that's complex carbs and simple carbs as well. It's got everything in there, so that should really help us out, and that should help me track my calorie intake.
Funnily enough, I am back to having it as meal plugins. I say meal plugins as in like I can't be able to cook. They do this hot and savoury stuff where it's like fancy pot noodle, a couple of scoops in a pot, some water, put the lid on, leave it for a few minutes, and you eat it and it's fine, and you know it fills a hole. I did approach them about sponsorship, funnily enough. Not interested, not big enough, mate. Just that, you know, figured it. A man's got electricity bills to pay. The UK is in a freaking state financially. So, yeah, I tried, gave it a go, but unfortunately, they weren't interested. Bastards. But there you go. Oh, God, no, what happens if they come back and they see this and I've slagged them off and they change their minds? Won't happen. I've decided not to work with them because their influencer team are awful. They go, oh, no, you don't stream very often. I'm like, it's because I've got cancer, bro. Like, duh. Anyway, let's see if I carry on talking about this bloody milkshake stuff.
And hopefully lose some weight. I went up from 75 kilos to 90, and I'm currently at 90 kilos at the moment.
Oh, I miss being 90 kilos. I miss it. That was strong 90 kilos. I'm actually back to 72 at the moment. I wish I was heavier, and I'm working on it.
I am going to hopefully vlog my progress. I've spoken to the guys in my gym, and they say I'm totally okay to film and stuff in there. So I'll probably be filming some and let you guys know how the progress goes. So if that's something you're interested in, that's cool. You know, leave a comment and let me know. Then I can keep doing it. I can carry on making the videos and stuff. But so far, thyroid cancer, for being the best cancer to get according to doctors, is an utter shit. It's an utter shit. Not done yet, shit. But surgery in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks. So that's going to be top. And that's going to involve 2-week recovery time for post-surgery. Then after that, probably another couple of weeks until I'm going to be able to be properly moving around in energetic fashion, so back to working out and back to training. But I can obviously go to the gym, do some walking on the treadmill, some light cycling, stuff like that, as long as I'm not moving my head around too much, because the scar is going to be running from about here up to about there, apparently.
Yeah, it's not. It runs from there all the way up to behind my ear, because it was much bigger than they thought it would be. So we none of us knew how bad the situation really was at all. None of us. And the situation was bad, really bad. Like, at this point, this guy here in front of you is dying. Doesn't have a fucking clue. Doesn't have the good type of cancer. Later on down the line, we thought it was anaplastic after this surgery. And anaplastic normally kills people within months. So we're sat there and we are thinking everything's still sunshine and rainbows, and it's not. It really, really isn't. And that's why the boxing thing didn't happen. That's why I didn't get back in the gym. I didn't vlog it, because what was the point? I couldn't. The recovery time was a lot longer. A lot longer. It took me weeks before I could pick up anything with my left hand and hold it out at arm's length. Weeks. months before I had full mobility in my neck again. So, and then we'd started chemotherapy by that point. So yeah, not great.
And did you know, as well, you have more than one jugular?
Oh, fascinating.
So if there is a problem with it, because there might be, the cancer might spread and be involved in my jugular. If it is, they just clamp it off and remove the section. Because you got 2.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's
amazing what you learn.
You got 4.
Obviously, I asked questions to find this stuff out.
2 interior.
No one tells you stuff unless you ask.
2
That's
anterior.
my experience with cancer in the NHS so far. Is if you don't ask, you don't find out.
Yeah.
So ask questions, find out what you can, what you need to. It's important.
They assume people don't want to know.
I don't think I've got much else to say, to be honest, other than... So, I'm going to try and make some more videos. I'm going to be a little bit more consistent on this channel with uploading some stuff. At the same time, I'm going to do some vlog-style stuff, involving workouts, maybe some montages, like really classical Rocky stuff. That'd be cool. And at the same time, I've got the charity boxing match hopefully coming up.
Didn't do it. Didn't happen.
In December. That'll be 1st of December. So I've got plenty of time between now and then to get myself into shape for it.
1st of December, I was actually going in for a cycle of chemotherapy. That's actually what I was doing. Or around that date, I was going in for chemotherapy. And I spent 8 hours in the chemo chair, being pumped full of poison, and feeling bloody awful. That's what happened instead. I think I'd rather have done the boxing match, to be honest. And
build myself back up post-surgery. Again, that's another reason for doing this food stuff, is that I'm going to be eating when you've had surgery on your neck is turd. It's really bloody difficult, trust me. I know. I've been there twice. It's rough. So hopefully this will be better. And plus it'll be better than hospital food, which again, isn't difficult. Yeah, isn't difficult. We'll see how it goes. Oh, one last thing as well, actually, something I've done since last time. My last treatment I had, so back at the beginning of June, when I was first out of hospital, I did a 24-hour charity live stream on my gaming channel, Commander Plater, and we raised £8,150 for the British Thyroid Foundation, which was incredible.
It really was. I think back at it, I'm like, yeah, I did that. Awesome. That was cool. And that was a weird thing to do whilst radioactive, but it was a great use of time. Great use of time. I would do it again if I could. If I wasn't at such high risk of blood clots that I am now, and if I was strong enough and not so bloody tired all the time because of the medication and the cancer and the pain, I would definitely do one again. The British Thyroid Foundation are a fantastic charity, and they've been so supportive to me. I can't say anything nicer about them. They're just fantastic people. Always been really supportive, friendly, personable. Talk to me and stuff, reach out, see how I'm doing, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, British Thyroid Foundation, if you are looking for charities to support, I do recommend them. Just so you know.
Absolutely amazing. I can't believe I managed to do the whole 24 hours. The second one I've done as well. Last year we raised 5,400. This year, no, last time it was 3,500. Jeez. So this time to raise well over double that. Absolutely incredible. So it was an amazing turnout. It had 150 odd people watching throughout the whole 24 hours, and that is even during the middle of the night for pretty much everywhere in the world, because there are certain times where you see things dip off because of you're British nighttime, American nighttime, then it comes back up again. But it was incredible. Brilliant experience, and I'm looking forward to the next one, weirdly. And
there was the next one, and I did it, and we raised just as much money, which is fantastic. Again, really, and I couldn't have done it without all the other creators that came and joined and helped me out. Could not have done it without them, and also the support of the viewers, literally cheering you on over the finish line, was just incredible. And knowing that it was my last one, because at that time we thought I had anaplastic. This was a gap between chemotherapy and any other treatment I was on, so I was just like, this is it, this is my last 24-hour stream. I won't have energy for another one. And looking back at it, I was right. My body has been absolutely fucking ravaged by cancer, so looking back at it, it was the right thing to do. It was a good use of energy.
should be good. I hope to raise even more money because it makes a difference. And I use the British Thyroid Foundation website, which is like btf.org, I think. Or
It's not. btf-thyroid.org.
That's the website. And I'll put it in the description of the video because I can't remember. But yeah, they're really, really useful. Lots of information on there that I've used. And they are actually still looking for funding and stuff like that as well. So if you fancy donating to them, please do. Tell them Joe Plater sent you. They know who I am, which is weird. But yeah, please do. But I am going to call time for the video there. I'm going to encourage people to hit the like button and subscribe and share. That's the most important part. Share it, because I want to try and share my journey as I go through with people, because I don't know where to look for this stuff. YouTube seems pretty good, but no one I know, especially for me, I'm 34-year-old male. We don't get thyroid cancer, but here I am with thyroid cancer. So please share. There might be someone else out there who's going through the same thing, struggling, trying to look for other people. If I can build a community of people that we can all lean on and support, that would be incredible. I could do that.
I don't know if that's happened. This is when I had a couple of hundred subscribers. We're now over 6,000. I have no idea how we even got to the point where we are. I have no idea. It was never. I don't think I'll get 100, let alone 6,100. So, you guys are awesome.
Let's do that. So, share the video, like the video, and also leave me a comment if you're going through a similar situation. And if you do have any questions about anything that I've been through, if you're maybe 2 steps behind me, waiting for your first surgery and you want to know what recovery's like, come and ask me, I'll tell you, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to say, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys in another video soonish. Never know, might be one of those gym vlog ones I keep banging on about. Okay guys, thanks for watching.
Oh, straight back to the beginning. No one needs to watch that twice, that's for sure. So, all in all, I think pretty interesting to watch look back over that kind of things have gone wrong, because it happened so often. Things went wrong so often and have gone wrong so often throughout the journey. This was kind of the beginning of the end, I guess. It was like things going wrong. This is it. You know, we have the surgery, we find out it's anaplastic, we do chemotherapy. After chemotherapy, I'm told there's no options until months down the line. There's got actually, no, we can use this drug now. It's allowed, it's licensed. Let's give it a go. We start using the lenvatinib, ironically, for a year and a half. It holds it stable. Actually, it initially pushes the cancer back a bit. Whoa, big impact. Then suddenly it stops working. We do the cabozantinib for a year, and you guys have probably been around for that. And we've seen how that went. And I lost loads of weight, and made me feel really sick, really unwell. And now we're here, where we've done the radiotherapy in there as well. We're looking at having surgery on my scalp, and just, it's crazy to think how far we've come. Crazy. So, I am going to thank everyone for watching. As usual, if you enjoy the videos, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let's say white collar as the comment that you need to leave if you've made it this far in the video and you've watched the end. You guys know the drill. And hopefully, well, I definitely will see you again soon, because I've recorded a couple of other videos before this. So I'm going to say once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, bye.